The city has storage tanks in our system. We inspect these daily with our current staff, and then we also look at them in a much more detailed fashion once a year. We hire a company to come out, start on the outside of the tanks. They look for things like structural integrity, they look at our hatches, they make sure that we're following all safety protocols as far as the size of the hatches and things like that. They make sure that they're also secure. And they go inside the tank with a robot. And if the tank's full of water, they'll swim around the whole tank, look for sediment, look for signs of fatigue or failure, and make sure the tank's clean and in good working order. So we do that once a year to make sure that our water storage tanks are meeting all federal guidelines and are safe. Technology's been a huge friend to us. It's nice to be able to have a robot go into a tank, because a tank is a confined space. It can be dangerous. So putting a robot in there to be able to swim around with a camera, kind of like you've seen on those shows where they're diving down looking at a shipwreck. Same kind of camera going down there. It's clean, it's sanitary. We can keep the tank in service while it's doing it, and you get a very good picture of video of the entire condition of that tank. So we want to look and make sure the structural part of the tank is going to do what it's supposed to do, and make sure that we're looking at that and not have some kind of issue later on down the road and say, yeah, we only looked at them once every 5 years or 10 years. We're looking at these things daily, from our staff, but also once a year in a detailed fashion. Then we're also going through in the inside of the tank and making sure that there's not something there that would cause a concern from a water quality perspective.
As you can see, the roof plate looks to be in pretty good condition.
When we see sediment, we look and see what's the depth and coverage of that sediment. And you want to make sure that you're not getting past about a ½ inch to an inch of full sediment coverage. And that typically happens, depending on the location, it could be 1 year or a 5-year period or more. So we make sure we're monitoring it and there's not some kind of concern like excessive sediment coming into a tank. And when it's time to clean the tank out, then we do that. On top of that, we also test the water quality every single day at our pump stations to make sure that our chlorine residual is where it needs to be and that we're delivering safe, quality drinking water to all of our residents.